Good morning, guys. It is just past 7:30. It is pretty cold out here, but I wanted to get an early start today because I cut it pretty close last night. The release came out around 11:30. Almost missed day 4, but I wanted to get an early start today so I can get this video back on track and hopefully get ahead once again. So it's Tuesday. It's been 2 days since I played paintball. Since my last video, I didn't get to shoot anything yesterday. I was just too tired when I woke up and just had a busy rest of the day, so vlogging was the last thing on my mind. But I've had all my stinky paintball gear sitting in the back of my truck the last 2 days and I need to wash it. So I'm gonna go through all my gear, take it out, air it out, and I'll show you guys what I use every time I go to the paintball park. Be right back. Okay, here we go. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to start with essentially what I put on first. Let's pretend that this is all clean and this is just the start of a day. First thing I'm going to put on is, I guess, underwear. But after that, I just wear regular basketball shorts. A lot of people will wear slider shorts, very similar to like the ones you wear for baseball. They're just kind of extra padded shorts, but if you know anything about slider shorts, they're pretty expensive. They really help kind of prevent injury, or they prevent like bruising on your hips or anything like that. But at this point, I'm just good with basketball shorts. Doesn't restrict my movement or anything. And I don't want to spend extra money that I don't have to, right? Next, I wear this sleeveless workout shirt. I like that it's sleeveless because the elbow pads I'm going to show you kind of go all the way up to here, and I don't like the overlap from like a regular short sleeve shirt. So that's what I wear first. Next, let's talk about padding. So next up, I have these Planet Eclipse knee pads. I used to wear Proto knee pads. Proto is a sub-company of Dye Paintball that has since, I guess, dissolved? I don't know. Dye is not really pushing their Proto brand anymore, but these are Planet Eclipse knee pads. I really like these because of the Velcro straps. Anyway, these are great. Very comfortable, very easy to put on, very easy to take off. Planet Eclipse knee pads. And you got a good, like, solid inch of protection there too. Next, I have my elbow pads. These are also Planet Eclipse. Same thing, I used to wear Dye and I used to wear Proto before that. Now these are great because they have some hand protection, at least for the palm and the back of your hand. I remember one time I slid and I took all the skin off my hand about right here. I kept playing the rest of the day, but you know, these really help protect those sensitive areas of your hand. Next, I'm going to talk about jerseys. When I was playing paintball, a lot of the style was very oversized, but nowadays I think things are getting a lot more streamlined, a lot more like athletic looking and fitted. Also, when I wanted to get back into the sport, I didn't want to buy any specific brand. I was hoping to try out for a team, so I didn't want to like buy a jersey that had a big logo on it if I ended up joining a team that had a different sponsor, right? So I just got a non-paintball brand, I guess dry fit long sleeve shirt. This is an extra long, just Nike. You ever heard of Nike? Anyway, this is really easy to clean, very breathable. Just get a size bigger so it can fit your pads. And Nike, if you're watching, maybe invest in paintball. Next, let's talk about pants. So like I was saying, when I was playing paintball, a lot of stuff was oversized. And the theory back then was all the extra clothing would help the balls bounce off so they wouldn't break on you, because a break is a hit, but if it bounces off you, the ref can't see that you've been hit. So oversized was a good thing back then, but at the same time it restricted movement, so that was the trade-off. But these pants that I have were part of a sponsorship package back when I played. I'll go grab them. So these are JT team pants. I think they're like the 3rd or 4th generation of these, but as you can see, they're pretty big, almost like MC Hammer pants. So this is what I used to normally wear, but if you can tell, they're actually pretty clean right now. I love the color, I love the green with it. It has knee padding here, but let me show you the pants that I got to replace these. So these guys, they were black. They're a little discolored because of the turf and the paint, but these pants here are some that I found on Amazon. These are just tactical airsoft pants, but they're a lot slimmer, and they don't have any big logos on them, which I like. And I like all the pockets too. The brand is Survival Tactical Gear. And they're pretty decent quality, very lightweight, very breathable, and I think they'll do just fine for the time being until I maybe get picked up by a team that has a sponsor, and then I'll just wear whatever they give me. But yeah, just some black airsoft pants. So as far as shoes go, these are hand-me-downs from my older brother. They're his trail running shoes, and if you can see, all the grip has worn off. These were surprisingly good on turf, but as I played more with them, they're starting to like fall apart, so I need to get myself a new pair of cleats. But these were just New Balance trail running shoes. Yeah, they're really lightweight, really comfortable, but they will be replaced soon. So if you have suggestions for cleats, let me know. Next up is the pod pack. So my original pack was this guy, which is an NXC pod pack. The problem with this pack now is it's getting pretty old, and the Velcro is starting to get weak, so the pods can fall out a lot easier. This elastic is useless now for the additional pods. They just fall right through, so this pod pack at this point is pretty much donezo. So that's NXC. I don't think they make these anymore, but these were like the top dog brand of the time I was playing. This pack is probably like 15 years old, so unusable at this point. I had to borrow this dye pack from my friend that I'm gonna wash, I'm gonna return. But I didn't buy a new pack because once again, I'm hoping to get picked up by a sponsor team, and I'll rep whatever brand that they're working with. So yeah, pod pack, dye. As far as pods go, I just use the standard, you know, like $1, $1.50 pods. I feel like the more complicated you get with these pods, the more chance of failure that you'd get. So I just need a simple flick to open and a little spring that keeps the lid down. So a lot of pods have like a locking mechanism, or maybe they come in like multiple parts. These do just fine for me. And as far as what I do with paint after playing, I tend to not like leaving in pods, because when you fill pods properly, there should be no shake. But downside of that is whatever ball's on top is going to be dimpled or compressed, right? So if you leave your paint in your pods, you're going to get these little like flat parts, which is not good when you're shooting it, because it can cause your gun to jam and things like that. So I try to get a big like plastic gun like this with a wide bottom, and I let the paintballs just kind of sit. That way there's not too much weight pushing down on them and then causing them to squish more. And this helps the balls not like warp and get misshapen. So next up I have my mask. This is the most important piece of equipment, because this protects your eyes, of course. Paintballs and eyeballs don't mix well. So this is a JT Proflex, which is the classic paintball mask. I think almost anybody you ask that plays paintball has owned one of these or has come across these. Very basic design. JT used to be like a snowboarding company, so these look very much like snowboarding goggles. These goggles are a good 10 years old. The lenses though are fairly new. I think they're a few years old, so it's important to replace your lenses because they can get brittle over time, and the paintball can actually crack them, and you don't want the paint getting through and getting into your eyes. So make sure to replace your lenses no later than like every 3 years, 2 to 3 years I would say. Or if you start to notice any cracking or brittleness like around like the corners, just replace them. It's not worth an injury. But I need to replace these masks too, because this elastic's starting to go. So it's becoming a safety issue that they don't stay on as tight as they should. But once again, if I get picked up with the team, I want to make sure that I don't have any conflicting brands. So I'm gonna wait it out, and this mask will probably get replaced pretty soon. But I'll let you know all the new stuff that I get. So let's get to some more fun stuff. This is my marker setup right now. I have a dye LTR I did a little unboxing of this, I think, last year or a little bit earlier this year, but this is just like a first generation die rotor with a new shell, with like a new, cheaper, more affordable body. I don't need the most high-end hoppers because this feeds just as fast. It has basically all the same internals, so there's really no need to go all out and get the $250 hopper. This is just fine, does exactly what it needs to do, and it's all black, sleek, none of those jewels or weird plastic parts. And I got the speed feed on there. I don't know, I forget which brand speed feed is. It's not the die brand. I think it might be Exalt, but yeah, die LTR, nice and sleek. Love how it looks. And then this is the Proto Rise or the Die Rise. I don't know what they call them now. I think they call them the Die Rise, but this is the lowest end that they make, or the second lowest end. So to me, I don't need the $2,000 guns to have a good time. This is $250, so that's all I need. No leaks, no issues. I had one issue with a chop in there, but that's because of the paint. Proto Rise. This is a great entry-level gun if you're looking to start playing paintball. Once again, I went with the cheaper model in case I joined a team that had a gun sponsorship, but at this point, this guy will do just fine. Now the front of this is a classic die boomstick, titanium. Helps to kind of balance it out because these guns have just been getting lighter and lighter the past few years, and the front end, I like having this heavy barrel back to kind of balance it out forward, because you have your heavy tank here, you got your hopper in the middle, and you got no weight on the front. So like this will help kind of balance out that kick a little more and give it a little hefty feel in the front. So this is what I shoot. So that's pretty much it as far as the gear I wear and what I shoot. Let me know what you guys use, and let me know what you guys would recommend. Hopefully I get picked up by a team and I'll have a fresh new batch of gear to show you guys. But for now, I need to wash this pile of stink. See you guys.